here. So I don't know about you guys, but I've been in quarantine about a month and a half at this point, and I've started to kind of settle into a routine of things. I'm still technically in college, so I still have courses that I have to take every day, and I have some recorded lectures and some live lectures, but I definitely have a lot more free time than I'm used to. I've noticed a lot online that a lot of you are starting to get more into writing, including myself, just because you have more time to do it. But writing in quarantine is not the same as writing when there's not a worldwide pandemic going on. So today I wanted to go over my top 5 tips for writing in quarantine. I apologize if you hear some wind or some extra creaking and stuff. It's very windy outside today and I don't know why, and there's a window right there, so yeah, you might hear some extra noise. My first tip for writing in quarantine is to do something non-writing related every day. If you're like me, then you most likely have courses or you have work that you have to do every day, but you don't want to spend all of your free time focused on one thing because you're gonna get burned out really quickly. Even though you have all the time in the world, if you're doing the same thing constantly and you're in the same routine, then you're going to wear yourself out, especially since we don't exactly know when this is going to end. You want to make sure that your lifestyle that you're currently living is sustainable. So I recommend doing something artistic or kind of in the artsy realm, but not writing related every day. For example, I've been doing some creative organizing that I found on Pinterest. I've been making some different collages and montages. I started scrapbooking again so I can kind of remember the good old days of my freshman year in college before everything was shut down. So try doing something that's not writing related but is still getting those creative juices flowing. My second tip for writing in quarantine is to change location. I have this one spot that I love to write in all the time, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of sick of it already. Because you have a lot more free time and you're writing a lot more, most likely if you have your favorite writing spot, you're gonna be spending a lot of time there. If you ever run out of inspiration or you're feeling kind of down, definitely try changing location. It can really help spark some new inspiration and just kind of get a different perspective on your work. My third tip for writing in quarantine is to set daily goals for yourself. This really helps me keep in line every day and make sure that I'm getting everything done that I need to get done. The night before or the morning that I wake up, I like to make a list in the notes section of my phone of all the things that I want to accomplish that day. And then as the day goes on, I like putting a little emoji check mark next to each one that I complete. That way I can see how I'm doing on my daily goals and remind myself that I have other things to do, because sometimes quarantine does weird things with your mind and time and you can't really remember what day is which, so especially if you have something that's due, make sure you write it down so you don't forget about it. My fourth tip for writing in quarantine is to keep yourself accountable on social media. You might notice that I've started posting about my writing more, and especially about my new work in progress, Weighted Soul. Posting about writing on social media lets your followers know that you are keeping busy, and it also helps if you say something online like, I'm gonna try writing, I don't know, for at least an hour every day this week or something like that. That helps you make sure that you're keeping up with your daily goals, because you know that some people have seen it and some people have read it, so that helps keep yourself accountable, because you'll say to yourself, all right, my followers know that I should be writing right now. I want to make sure that I'm actually keeping my promise. And last but not least, my fifth tip for writing in quarantine is to get into a routine. Now, I mentioned that you don't want to get into the same routine every day, but I'm talking about a routine where you go to sleep at a certain time, you wake up at a certain time, and you're generally keeping in that same pattern every day. Now, you want to make sure that you're mixing up the things that you do, because otherwise it's going to get really boring, but you do want to make sure that you have a general outline for how you're going to run your day. That way you kind of have a structure for your day every day, but you're not boring yourself with the things that you're doing every day. So that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you guys are staying safe and healthy, and I hope these tips kind of helped you make it through quarantine. Do you have any writing tips that you've used when you're in quarantine? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear about them. Thank you for stopping by. Bye!